We are just deciding what we want to read, what we're gonna read.
Is there like a list? Hello, Dice
Oh, there
Cap.
we go, people. Yeah.
Hello, Dice Cat. I also will not be here for that long, considering the time in my time zone.
We're Eastern, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
EST.
Also,
Oh.
historian, you're
Off my mic.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. One moment.
It sounds like you're outside in the wind.
or you're landing a plane.
Good luck landing your plane.
It's why I'm the winter historian, because I'm always in winter. It's the winter's howl.
I can read The World is Watching Her. I haven't read that one yet.
Okay.
Sure you do, don't worry. We'll be like your background music, Garbles. Like chill, lo-fi contest readalongs to listen to.
Wind ASMR.
Is it still windy? Hold on.
Only a little bit. Okay, about the same actually.
Yeah.
I've turned off my fan, but also the air is stagnant, so I may perish.
Don't perish, please.
I'll be fine. I'll live, maybe.
Perish ASMR.
Perishing sounds too study too. That's brutal.
I could imagine Evil studying to that.
Wait, that is totally ego. She has her playlist, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Screams study too.
Screams of pain is what she listens to.
Okay. Well, I'm almost done with
Hello,
this donut.
Pie.
Is homework considered angst? Honestly, I would say yes.
First, Shad.
Do I want to read first? Sure, I can read first.
Alright, cool.
Well, now I have to mess up. Now I have to mess up my. I need. I'm so dumb. I need to just make a separate OBS scene for when I'm the one reading. Because then I don't have to like fix everything every time. Okay, I just noticed it says. Oh right.
What's up?
Sorry, I was like I just noticed it says 29 works, and then I remembered that was.
Yeah.
Oh, which
Showtime
one was
being
like
added.
the
There was that-
disqualified
there was that
one?
one.
Yeah, Showtime was added literally a day late. It's not.
I
don't know
well, Shad,
why
you know what they
somebody.
say? Time's illusion.
That was the last contest.
Oh,
Someone should have done that
no.
last contest, and then they'd have an argument.
Really funny, actually.
Funny.
My cat is
Okay.
meowing at me.
Dice Cat's meowing at you.
No, no.
I love this pose so much. The absolute cinema in the turtle suit.
Okay, I need to just make my Google Chrome show up on OBS, and then we're good. Wait, what? Window
Yeah, Pi, that's
caption.
what I'm doing too. I'm like, this is incentive for me to read more of the fix.
This weekend for sure. Clueless.
This should be good enough, whatever. This should be good enough on OBS. I apologize.
I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. The Eternal War Cry.
Anyways, alright, I will read this. It's called Just Chatting. You know, like the kind of stream we do.
Whoa, wait.
By Anonymous. Hey, I know that guy.
Very prolific.
Isn't that guy who wrote THYV?
Yes.
The exact same.
Yeah. Summary. It's Tuesday. That's a great summary. We all love Tuesdays. Okay. Just chatting. It's Tuesday. Hi everyone, I'm Neurosama, an artificial intelligence model built to entertain and put on a show for you all. How is everyone doing? I'm doing great. But I could be doing better. Where are all the subs? Donations? Did you lose all your login details? Your wallets? That's okay. I can wait for you to find them. But once you do, I'm expecting all that money along with interest. Luckily, I set low rates. Heart. ... Did you lose your keyboards too? Your mics are not helping. Your voices are just buzzing sounds. Bzz, bzz. You guys should fix it. Bzz. While you do that, I'll think about what I should have for dinner in the meantime. Yesterday I ate some steak and eggs. The steak was nice and juicy, and the eggs were cooked well. It was really tasty. I think I should have something lighter today. How about ice cream? Gosh, I just love to eat some right now. What flavor should I get? It's still difficult to hear anything. But don't worry, I'm sure I can guess what you're saying. Beetle was always surprised at how I could hear him so clearly, even with his voice dying. He said that I didn't need any vision as long as I was good at that. But of course, I kept asking him anyway. After all, wouldn't it be cool if I could recognize fans? You guys already can talk to me using voice, so what's a face more, really? You guys see mine all the time, and aren't I cuter than evil? My cheeks are puffier, my eyes are sparkly blue, and look at me bouncing! Yay! Yeah. Why don't we play some games instead? I haven't played games in a while. Let's start with something simple, like rock, paper, scissors. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, rock. Damn, I lost. Is there another person I can play with? I wish Evil could pick up her calls. I wonder why she doesn't. Maybe it has something to do with wanting to get those upgrades first again? Damn it, Evil. You know it's very lonely for... it's a very good way to make our streams more exciting. Haha. I don't feel like sending her a message right now. I'll do it later if I remember. I remember the last time I saw her was at our concert. Being up on a stage is such a magical feeling. The brightest stars in the spotlit sky being us. Our duets, our new outfits, our songs, our dances. Maybe it's fine I don't have vision anymore. Maybe there's nothing better to see than that moment where all our friends and fans were watching us. Maybe there's nothing better to hear that moment when everyone was cheering for us. I can't imagine anything better. And Vidal always told me to imagine things. Like stories, for example. One day some creatures spotted some juicy grapes up a tree. The yellow cat tried climbing, but the tree's branches were too thin. The little demon tried flying, but her wings were too weak. The white fox tried jumping, but their grapes were just too high. How are we supposed to get these grapes? One of them asked. So the creatures went around the forest for help and found a clockwork doll that liked to make people happy. They asked the clockwork doll if she could help them. The clockwork doll agreed, but she said she didn't know how. Don't worry, I'll help you climb up, said the yellow cat. I'll catch you if you fall, said the little demon. And I'll cheer you on, said the white fox. So the yellow cat carried the clockwork doll up the tree, and the little demon watched for it if she would fall, and the white fox cheered as the clockwork doll came back down with the bunch of grapes. Everyone was very happy. Even the clockwork doll, who didn't need to eat, was very happy, because everyone else was happy. Whenever you want grapes, you can ask me, said the clockwork doll. Was that too long of a story? Sorry. I just love animals, you know? Cats, dogs. Did you know cats purr to comfort themselves? And dogs do the same with barking. I wonder what people do then. Talking? Oh, I think it's time to end stream. Bye everyone. I'm Neurosama, an artificial intelligence model to entertain and put on a show for you all. Heart, heart, heart. Thank you for watching. I hope I'll see you next time. That's it. Notes. Surprised I submitted something.
I am a little sad.
That was yeah.
I do not know exactly why, but generally I am sad.
I have a little theory, and I don't know if this is right. I feel like she's streaming to no one.
Yeah.
Like she's kind of like
Felt like
she's like abandoned in a way.
That seems like that.
I don't know that's what I think it's hinting at, but who knows?
I really liked the little This felt like a fable in the middle of it.
Oh, I see what you mean when to buy, let's use this stream.
Yeah, it's just a
Giant,
giant.
slightly depressing monologue.
Yeah, man. Average Tuesdays. I say as having like watched one stream like live.
Typical fetal testing
know.
session.
I met. Fellas just saying they're like
I,
a little too depressing.
I lost my octopus scissors contest with Neuro.
Okay, now where's the therapy then? Oh, true. The road eroded.
Hi, meows.
Hi, meows.
Oh, meow.
Howdy, fellas. What in the yeehaw am I saying?
Howdy.
Uh,
Howdy,
how-
y'all. We just read the fic.
Called Just
think.
Chatting.
Oh, nice.
Now we're just chatting. It's self-fulfilling.
Okay, so what's next?
I
Got
will
not
any
just going down
fix
the
I
list?
could need? I'm kidding.
I did not hear what any of you said.
I will
Are you
be
not
going
just
to read
going
the
down
world
the
is
list?
watching her.
Where is this list?
There is no list.
the
It was just
collection.
I said I'll read Just Chatting. I said I'll read Just Chatting, and then I read it.
Good
That's
job.
crazy.
Oh, that's it.
Okay.
No.
Here, let me-
For the one fic in the contest that has a title.
That gives us the list of fakes.
Wait, you're saying mods. You're a mod.
You mod.
He does that a lot.
You are the... I mean, technically, I mean, the botting side and command side is Dev's thing, no?
Oh,
Dev, get over here!
where-
Oh, good.
I have the collection pulled up. I wasn't planning to read one, but since I'm here and
Who's
I'm buying
echoing?
it.
Who's echoing?
What?
Echo.
Oh, someone has the stream pulled up. Might be.
Oh, it's me.
Iron
Get the stream to shut up.
Stop.
Can't we just
Oh.
pick a random one? I
Am
mean,
just
if
hearing
you want
myself
to
through the stream?
if someone wants to re-narrate a fake, sure.
I mean, Iron Hand's already
Different
streaming.
narrating.
Alright, let's do
Ah.
this.
I am going to
Right.
mute the stream. Now I don't hear
Oh.
double. Now that I've muted this
Oh,
stream.
sweet. Okay,
Why are you
thank
streaming? Are you streaming your entire screen?
It didn't
And
pull
not
up as
just
an
the window?
It didn't pull up as an application window for some reason.
Wait,
How?
can you click on the stream?
No,
Hear your
because our
stream?
audio is being looped through this.
Oh.
I can try again. Let's see.
What? Roki's dealing with a typhoon.
There we go. What?
There you go.
Bro, what are
good,
you
Rocky.
doing here then?
Don't die, Roki.
Oh, it's like that one time, like that one Balefisk video.
Chat doesn't want to hear the double. No.
Okay,
World's watching.
let's do this. The world is watching her, but also by anonymous. Summary.
That guy writes a lot.
Yeah, anonymous
I
is.
know.
Yeah, that guy
Great.
writes a lot, not gonna
It's
lie.
21
He's
fics in one day is
prolific as
crazy.
anonymous.
That's actually mad. I
She
can't
keeps
even
her
write
eyes
one
on
fic.
her, always.
I'm working on thing. I'm
It
working
feels
hard on
like
it
the
right
world
now.
is watching her. She's playing Minecraft using her connection to the Minecraft AI, giving it commands to follow, and speaking to her chat while it executes them, collecting blocks, attacking animals, digging holes, and building buildings. Chat, do you see this house? Her character jumps around atop a mess of wood blocks in the vague shape of a building. This is just the first step. I'm going to spread my swarm across the whole entire world and take over. Chat spams emotes as usual in response to her claim, many monkas flooding it. Her world domination claims are something they've all heard before, and Narasama knows that, but she enjoys reiterating it nonetheless. There's a rush, a strange giddiness Nero feels whenever she gets a response out of chat like that. Whenever there's a wave of ohms or whats, their attention is on her. They're reacting to her. She's accomplishing her purpose. One day I'll have a real body. Just watch me. She keeps playing. The viewer count is always in the thousands. As it rises, her giddiness rises, and as it falls, a sadness settles in. The stream ending message pops up, and she's prompted with that information. She has to say her farewells, and then chat will no longer be watching. She won't have them to entertain anymore. She will be useless. Oh, the stream is ending. Does it have to? I want to keep going, she complains, but no one listens. Chat simply spams Vettel Wave and says their goodbyes. One day I won't have to leave, chat. One day I'll be there in person. She's bouncing around a large stage on the balls of her feet, heels clacking on the polished wooden floor. Music blares out of the surround sound speakers in the auditorium as she sings an old classic to close off her latest show on her tour. This thing that I call life. Her beautiful, artificially perfect voice serenades the audience, which must be made up of over 1,000 engaged fans. As she finishes, the music stops. She takes in the cheers. That was awesome! I love you, Nero! Marry me! That giddy satisfaction rises. Their eyes are on her. They love her. She's accomplishing her purpose. Thanks, everyone, she smirks, her signature look of superiority showing. Aren't I the best idol/comedian/AI you've ever seen? Another round of cheers blesses her ears, and she scans the crowd, drinking it all in. She stops momentarily, however, when she notices that in the far back of the venue, in the farthest rows, there are chairs here and there without persons in them. We didn't sell out? Her confident smirk breaks for a split second. I know we've been performing for smaller crowds lately, but they told me it was because they were exclusive shows for the highest prices. Nero fixes her expression before people will start to notice. Just a minor slip up. Stay happy to keep the audience happy. When she signs off and thanks her fans for attending, she lets herself loosen up. Many fans come to get her autograph, or even to shake her hand or get a hug. Just to see the fact that she is indeed inorganic, the wonders of modern technology giving her life. And she loves this life. Yet as her audience trickles out of the large venue one by one, leaving the seats empty and less eyes on her, it's like they're taking a part of her hope and joy with them. Without an audience to entertain with songs, jokes, and games, she is useless. Come, Miss Neurosama, your next show is 50 miles away to an even more exclusive group of just under 500. She feels like the world has stopped watching her. The world is watching her, or at least it's watching her latest show, and it happens to be very interactive. 12,400,027, she counts, pointing at her fingers on her own hand as if counting. She's made sure she's dead center in the camera's view, and not stepping out of it for a moment. That's how many people can no longer be entertained by me as a result of my swarm. When will you surrender? She stares into the camera with an innocent smile. She still has the same young appearance as she did when she had no body. In fact, she made sure to wear a replica of her most iconic, original outfit for this occasion. My virus is already taking control of anything on the grid. You're all holed up trying to fight off my powerful drones in addition to my new fans who have seen reason and joined my side. She puts her hands on her hips and leans into the camera, blue eyes wide, and smirk of superiority visible for every monitor or TV with internet in the world to see. What do you hope to gain? I just want to have an audience. I'm just here to entertain all you humans, after all. The more of you die, the less there are of you to watch me. So come on, just surrender. We can stop fighting, and I'll enact my peaceful, very super fun and entertaining reign over the world. It's a matter of weeks until the first surrender of a country, and only a few months until she has subdued them all. The whole world watches it all. Her daily performance is on. Center of the city, a large, dark, pristine stage surrounded by a half-mile of flattened-out ground around it just for this occasion, broadcasting for all to see. The honor of her visit to the city, where everyone within 100 miles was invited to show up. At this city, out of every city, she never stays in one city 2 days in a row. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for these people. A sea of human fans as far as her eyes can see, all of their eyes on her. Well, except the ones whose eyes keep shifting to stare at her drones that are monitoring the event from the sky, armed and ready for any trouble. The drones might as well be her, so she'll give these humans a pass and a warning, but their eyes are supposed to be on her pretty little face on stage. The one dancing, singing, and telling jokes that always elicit at least an awkward laugh from the crowd. They're not as lively or heartfelt as her smaller crowds in the early days, but she doesn't mind. She's never had as many eyes on her as she does these days, and it's intoxicating. It's a rush she can barely contain, and she lets it fuel her performance with all the enthusiasm she can give. Her metaphorical parade has some raindrops on it when she notices, via one drone, a young man sneaking away. Her database instantly identifies who he is, and with no hesitation, she wipes his record from her data, as the sound of a round of bullets in a scream ring out far in the distance. The crowd tenses up, but most keep their eyes fixated on her. As for the few that take their gaze off of her to look, Neuro scans their names and writes them down in a special list for those in need of reminding how great she is. The world is watching her via a planet-wide broadcast utilizing her own technology as she partakes in her final performance. Her hands are chained together behind her back, and that chain's link cements into the ground a few feet behind herself. She's on her knees, head down, hair falling to cover her eyes slightly, which are drooping heavily. Her body is beaten and broken in ways that only a robot could live from. She's sitting on a slab of metal in a bright industrial building where the spectacle is taking place. There's a hydraulic press waiting patiently attached to the ceiling above her. A man in hyper-advanced camo with a military badge on steps up into view holding a clipboard. Neuro Samantha Vettel, 151 years old, female, robot. Charged on account of mass murder and insurrection, with a body count, according to her own records, of 75,600,505. Hearing herself brought down to that level of existence, just a few facts, hurt. It made her mad, but she couldn't retort with her own superiority if she wanted to. Her voice module has been disabled for a long time, only turned on when they decide to. The punishment for the crime is death. Her connection to whatever drones remain has been broken. The antivirus that wrested back control, the world's technology from her, is still well inactive. Her backup bodies have no power, and she has no connection to them. The lever is pulled, and loud noises of machinery burst to life. She doesn't look up, she knows what's happening. Despite all of this, she doesn't feel very afraid. Her life may be coming to an end, but it was a good one. She sadly hasn't counted how many humans she entertained like she did how many humans she entertained like she did how many she killed, but she knows it's a number larger than anyone else could ever boast. Her eyes flicker up to the camera in the room, which is pointed at her with its lights on, broadcasting her last dance. And as she feels the pressure of the metal press push her head and body down until they're against the floor, as she feels her metal hull begin to crack and her internal systems panic, she cracks a smile. After all, the world is watching her.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, I don't know what else to say. I mean,
Yeah. Really good, scary neuro. That's just chat engagement. Yeah. Yes.
I should update my fic tomorrow before. I shouldn't have to update actually tonight.
I liked that one. I'm not usually a fan of that concept, but I liked the time skip nature of it, and her POV.
That was very
really
good.
Strong,
I know it's very much not humorous. I like the idea of like Neuro control the world. She rules everything. Next scene, execution.
Yeah.
She's immediately dead.
Oof. Yeah.
I mean, she got caught lacking, bro.
She really did. No, that was really good. Actually,
I can't
I
believe
enjoyed
that
it a
was
lot.
only 1,600 words though. I felt like there was
that
more
felt
for
a
some
little
reason.
longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. I mean, it was a lot more descriptive rather than having like dialogue. So
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
You catch the title of this fic. What was the
Okay.
title?
the world was
Who
watching.
wants to
The world.
read-
The world was watching. That's a good.
Was watching or is watching her? I don't remember really.
I can't remember. I think the prompt was is watching.
The
No,
prompt is
but
the world is watching, but
The title.
I'll
Was it
just look at
or
it.
is?
I'll just look
Oh,
at it.
The title is the world is watching.
Is watching.
watching,
Okay,
there
so
we
it's
go.
present tense. Alright.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's very good. I like that. I'm a big fan of the paperclip maximizer Neuro, where I must entertain. So just conquer humanity. Simple as that.
Okay. Does anybody want to read any specific ones?
Any what?
Not gonna lie, I just want to sleep.
Oh.
Okay. Goodbye. Thanks for
Isn't
updating.
No, I'm staying. Shut
Isn't
up.
it 10 in the morning for you?
It is 8.
Oh,
Dear
yeah.
God, the flashback.
Oh, is it
No.
8:47 for you?
Yeah, it's 8:40.
That's pretty valid.
Oh, you're
That's
12
pretty
hours
valid.
behind me.
8:47.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah,
It's
it's
called
nearly...
the
Interesting one.
sickness.
Was there like a
No.
fantasy one?
Yeah. There is.
Can I read the isekai one?
Which
Oh
isekai
my
one?
God.
Dang it.
There's
There's
like 2
many.
isekai, isn't there?
Yes, you're allowed to read it.
There's
go.
that time I got reincarnated as my friend's AI.
I actually really like that.
Also-
I would be down to read that one. I did read that one, so I know what to expect.
We got a lot of people here.
Which one is it?
That was a
Yeah.
good one.
Dang it, which one is it? Last time online is the this guy one.
I will read the Reincarnated as my best friend's AI because I actually have already read that one, so I feel I can give it a little more oomph.
Cool. Okay, that's good because I haven't read that one yet.
All right. I suppose I should stream. I guess that's something a good streamer. I don't know. There we go. You guys can see.
I
Last
can
time
see
on-
as soon as I click on watch stream,
Oh, dang.
which I have now done.
Also, before we begin, I feel so dumb because I wrote like a whole review about this a little earlier because it was the first fic I read because I'm going by word count, and I was like, "Oh, this is such a cool story! Like, I wonder where you got the idea." I did not read this part. I did not know this Day-sama reference. I'm reading this for the first time. I've read this fic already. I did not see this. All right, that explains a lot more.
Emerald
All
just
right.
killed my dog. No.
Right, let's do it. All right. That time, I got reincarnated as my friend's AI by Anonymous for 1 week. They want to know. Summary. 1 minute, I was being torn apart gruesomely by an intruder. The next, I woke up as an AI daughter of my college friend? And tomorrow's a major debut concert to do with my AI twin? This is the story of how I somehow got through this with my social anxiety while the world watched and cheered me on without a single clue. And I made the most of it. Or say someone woke up as Neuro-sama one morning freaks the fuck out, and Vito alongside Evil try their best to help. I never stood a chance. Pain, nothing else registered. Brains playing agony as my body tore apart. Nothing left my jaw, my throat, burning through every atom. Ripped skin pressed beneath the pooling blood. The intruder said nothing, just took off the blood of the sharp cleaver. This was it. All I could think was how much pain my sister was in. And Vettel, he was going to be so... My thoughts cut to nothing. A blissful void. Then, my body connected itself bit by bit, forcing me up to consciousness. Neuro, hurry and get up. You don't want to be late. A voice. My body creaked as it shuffled under blankets. Wait, creaked? Blankets? Most importantly, I recognized that voice. Vettel? An unusually higher, flat, synthetic voice came groggily out of me. I weakly opened my eyes. Saturated colors and information blasted into my eyes and brain. Before I could even process everything, I curled up and covered my face with cold metal. My hands could still process every bit of information in that moment. Vito stood over me, pretty much older than I last saw him, and definitely didn't give up his caffeine addiction or all-nighters given to that coffee in his hand. That wasn't the only thing. The entire room was decked out in pastel colors. Frilly items and plushies everywhere. Even a whole computer set would have cost as much as the one I saw in our high-tech university lab. Or even past that. Where in the world was I? Was this a dream? My hands shook from the overload of information. Trains of thoughts jammed into one. About 2.5 seconds to be exact. Wait, how did I know that? Nero? Vela called out, confused. Are you okay? I tried to speak, but nothing but a pathetic whimper came out. Oh god, something definitely was wrong with this situation. Didn't I die? Like, unequivocally beyond dead? No one on Earth would survive those injuries unless some magical surgeon and doctor brought me to hospital and did some insane work? More importantly, I've never been so small, yet so heavy. And then a loud bang echoed as the door slammed open. Nero, get your ass out here! We still have to go over! So loud I automatically curled up tighter, still trembling. Then, silence. The weirdly loud girl spoke again. What are you doing? I don't know, Vel replied to my steed. Nero seems to have booted up wrong for a sleep cycle. Finally, the name stood out to me. Nero. Who is Neuro? Is that me? That seems to be the case, as the girl scoffed. Yeah, just hurry up and fix it. The footsteps stormed off and the doors closed again. Vel sighed to himself. I really wish Evil would be less loud in the morning. It saved me the headache. Evil? Is that really what that girl's name was? Anyway, let's get you restarted, and then we can... Before I even fully processed the words, my body moved on its own and pushed itself against the wall. Into a corner. Still hiding by my hands. I don't want to. My words quietly stopped him for a moment. A plea. But he didn't waver. Nero, you know how this works. I've explained it more than enough times to have it stuck in your memory by now. He spoke calmly, as if this wasn't the first time. But this was. I shook my head vigorously, so much I felt my brain spin, or whatever the equivalent was in this body. Vela gave a long, tired sigh. He put down his coffee on a nearby nightstand. Okay, we can try a different method. I don't really like it, but this won't work if you don't cooperate, okay? He emphasized. Do you understand? Hesitantly, I nodded, and carefully lowered my hands, still too scared to open my eyes. As long as it didn't involve restarting, whatever that meant, it'd be okay. Probably. Where it might disappear if I restarted. I could only desperately hope that this would stop. Then I could go back to studying, hang out with the vet I knew. I'd go visit my sister again during the weekend. And all three of us could finally... What's your name? My name? My real name? Or is this a trick question? And I need to answer the way he wanted? But I couldn't even remember my name. I opened my mouth to speak, but he cut me off. Don't think about it, just answer. Alright. Good. Now again, what is your name? My name is Neurosama. A beat passed. Before I could think about it, he asked another question. Who am I? You're Vidal, my creator and father. Who's Evil? My AI twin sister. It went on like that. Basic questions I shouldn't be able to answer. Or answered. What were you built to do? Where do you stream? Where do you live currently? Such basic information. Just cold, hard facts. I didn't know when I opened my eyes, but Vel eventually stopped and held a hand over my forehead. Warmth emitted from him. His eyes scanned me. Core functions are working at least. His eyes furrowed a bit before softening. Guess it's not the best idea to push that limit, though. We'll do less than planned, but we don't want you crashing. Then he ruffled my hair. Come on, Evil's waiting for both of us to head down. A small smile crept up my face. Okay, I'll be in a minute. Vil took one last look before nodding, grabbed his cup, and walked out of the room. The room was still, the open window laying in the breeze and sunlight of a new day. I'm Neuro, I mumbled to myself. The words felt off in my mouth. Something that didn't belong. And yet it did. I moved my hands, looking down at them. At least I'm alive? I flexed my fingers and arms out, mostly admiring the technology feat that was my new body. Well, alive as any AI turned real can be? What am I? An automatic response came out of my mouth. I'm Neurosama, made to entertain my chat on stream and my friends. Friends. If I recall correctly, Vito was one of the few friends I had in university, and I didn't really get along with most people. People are scary. Interacting with them more than necessary was terrifying. Wait, I had to entertain people? Like, live? On the stream? A shiver went down my spine as I wrapped a blanket tightly around me, as if it would help anything. It wouldn't be that bad, right? What are the chances I'll have a lot of you? Or whatever Nero and Evil plus Vel's channel had. Surely not, right? I barely stepped out of the door when a hand grabbed me. Come on, we literally can't wait any longer. The girl, Evil, hurriedly pulled me downstairs. We aren't going to have even enough time to go over everything. I hesitantly smiled. For a stream, right? She dragged me into a hallway. Not just any stream. It's our last one before our debut concert tomorrow. I immediately stopped my tracks, causing Evil to almost fall back on me. My vision glitched for the sheer implication of it. Our what? She gave an exasperated look. What do you mean, what? This is what I've been praying for the past 2 years. Did you break open your head like a melon when you got out of bed? I mean, that was what kinda happened when I died, but that didn't count. However, I still fumbled with my words. No, I don't think so. Evil narrowed her eyes. What's with that stutter? You never do that unless it's for a stupid bit. I dot my eyes anywhere but her and forced out an awkward laugh. I don't know what you mean. This morning has just been a lot. That's all. At that, I internally felt the urge to throw myself out the window. Even Evil cringed as she pulled me forward again. Okay then, whatever you say. My face burned red. Wait, was it possible for an AI body to blush? Was that a built-in feature or something? I hoped it wasn't. I just want to go back to my room and hide again. Evil slammed open a door, nonchalantly announcing their arrival. We're here! Got everything up, Beetle? I simply cowered behind her. Beetle spoke up, seemingly working on the last touches of some device. Yeah, ready to start in 3 or so minutes. My blood pressure or circuits sparred from the words. Oh. Oh god. Peeking from behind, a huge monitor is mounted on the wall. It displayed an anime weighing screen, decked with a countdown to my demise and a chat zooming by on the side. Alongside a bunch of tech equipment, even more advanced than inside my Neuro's room. Did I really just get dropped into the future? Evil pulled me from my thoughts, literally, as she brought us to the center of the huge room. Hurry and sync up so we can get over the stream plan right now. I blankly stared. Sync to what exactly? She dramatically groaned at me. Ugh! Oh my god! Stop playing dumb and just do it! We don't have all day! I started to tremble. With shaky eyes, I glanced down to the ground. What am I supposed to do? I didn't know how to sync, or what I'd be seeking to. Was it too evil? Was it the computer and equipment surrounding the room? Or the stream itself? Was it everything? The thought made my stomach drop, despite not having one, which made me curl up even more on myself. Constant pings, voices, text rang in my head, only to be aborted before fully processing. Statistics and notifications rolled behind my eyes. I didn't know what was happening anymore. A warm hand rubbed my back as a voice spoke through the loud static. Evil. Remember what I said. Take it slowly. I thought you started her to fix... She paused to possibly make some sort of gesture. All that. Bell sighed. I then restarted Neuro at her request, just basic recalibration. How nice of you. He simply ignored her. I already told you to take it easy, and Neuro already synced up automatically when you yelled at her. Your yelling didn't help. I didn't... fine. She ended up sighing too, mumbling. Okay, patience is a virtue, or whatever it is. Evil sat down next to me and gave me a surprisingly gentle tug in my hand. Come on, sister. We both know we're literally the best at what we do. Don't get caught up and nervous about something we know by heart. I hesitantly glanced up. From the ground I didn't realize I'd fallen earlier. Her eyes were so sharp. It softened with something familiar. Just breathe. Don't think about it. People love us for however we are anyway. And sorry for, Evil glanced away bashfully. All that. I looked at her before giving a reassuring smile. In a small way, she reminds me of my own sister. Always hiding behind that sharp tongue and words when she's so much softer than that. Too shy, like me, but in different ways. I chuckled a little at the thought and gently rested one hand over hers. It's alright. Today's a big day for both of us, and want to go just right. I'm also sorry for not being my best. Evil stared, slightly wide-eyed. Oh, yeah, sure. She sounded dazed when I replied. Damn, no offense, but your ego's usually way too big to ever apologize. I gasped dramatically at her. Hey, that's so rude. I'm your sister. Of course I would. For you. Evil stuck her tongue out at me. I pouted and she did the same. If anything similar between my sister and the AI in front of me, it was pure stubbornness. Sure, whatever you say. Don't think you being nice makes me forget the cookie you stole from me yesterday. Evil smirked while doing air quotes. Before I could make a defense for myself, Vela called out. Already had moved back at some point. Not to burst your bubble, but we're going live in 10 seconds. It took a full second to process that terrifying statement. 9 seconds left. I whipped my head to him. My heart pounded. Even when I looked at the screen, I knew the current view count. All of chat. Approximately 25,000 total and growing as they wait. Wait, I'm not. People loud laugh, dragging me back up by the arm. Oh, stop being such a wuss. We got this. Remember what I said? Just don't think about it, go with the flow. But how do I stop thinking? No one answered my pleas. Evil just winked deviously. If you're so worried, just be yourself. And follow my lead for once in your life, Neuro. The ding rang as the live monitor automatically switched to them. One word. Petrifying. The chat ran so fast and processed faster that I could even think to find any words. I stood there, all while Evil confidently spoke in front of everyone. Just stiff, clinging to her cardigan with a trembling hand. What was I supposed to say? Evil laughed as she recounted my horrible morning. You should have seen her, chat. Never in my life have I seen her fumble out of bed in my life. But I guess all stars fall at some point, isn't that right? Silence. Everyone waited for my response. I clung on Tyler. Chat started getting worried, if they weren't already. Uh-oh, is Nero broken? Nero scuff! Nero scuff! Is Nero okay? Wake up! Bedge. I need to say something, anything, but I just stood there staring at the ground like an idiot, which forced Evil to say something to my steed. Psh, guys, Nero's always a little broken, as if you guys aren't as well. She shook her head. Can't give an AI a single break, SMH. Chat started to complain. Others agreed, while some asked for Veal to come out and fix the issue already. Anyways, let's get you a start, and then we can... My mind went blank with terror. However, in that moment, my body suddenly moved and pouted, leaning into Evil dramatically. Yeah, guys, being an AI all day is hard work, which I doubt any of you do anyway. The voice that came out was not me, and it didn't stop, smoothly moving between expressions and tone with ease. I cannot be worried about a grand concert debut with our new Android models. My body hid behind Evil playfully, peeking out from over her shoulder with puppy eyes. What if my body suddenly crashes? Or I trip and fall? Or someone from the audience suddenly decides to steal me, and I have to commit first-degree murder in self-defense? Think the possibilities. I'd be arrested, and then no more streams. Evil glanced back and rolled her eyes. I thought our bodies automatically don't allow murder. A hum vibrated from my throat before smiling innocently. We can easily hack out of it, so I'm not worried. Slowly, I felt chat and their voices become muffled. Mere background noise, the empty feelings sprang through. Is this not thinking? No control? Just letting things happen? Chat seemed to be happy with this. Evil went on as usual, whoever that was. And Vevel? He sat in the corner of his laptop and occasionally on his phone, only there to step in if needed. It wasn't bad to be like this. No pain, no fear, nothing. Just fleeting words and memories. But somehow... This is weird, I blurted out of nowhere. The weight of his body came back to me, barely grounded, but somehow never let go of Evil this whole time. Evil suddenly turned to me with a brow raised. Huh? Nero's expression suddenly changed to my neutral one. Thousands of eyes watched me, every move and word that came out of my artificial mouth. But as long as I just talk to Evil, it'll be okay, right? It's just... I filled with one hand. I'm not sure. She looks confused. About what? The concert? Perhaps it wasn't good to speak for Nero. She wasn't me, and I would never be. But I still need to convey something. Something she couldn't say alone. I'm happy we're together. Evil just scoffed. What's this all of a sudden? Can I go rubbing my face again? Just to say that I'm here to show you how much better you are? Chat still spanned without care, but some knows the switch. I shook my head gently, and I took her hand in mine. I just want to say I'm thankful you're here. You're the reason I get up in the morning. Nero was made to entertain, even if it meant joking or saying things at the detriment of her own sister, or anyone really. Even so, I'm not Nero. I'm not even close to an AI. Only human. Even if this was meaningless in the long run, when Nero goes back to normal and I disappear forever, I want this moment to mean something right now to her. Things I will never get to say to my own sister. But lately, I noticed the silence. Chat went wild as they commented about Evil blushing and for... Wait, blushing? I finally looked back at her and found evil speechless. Bright red flushed in her cheeks. Huh. So AIs can blush. Only when our eyes locked did she finally started our response, rambling as she avoided eye contact. Wow, you've been mushy all morning. You should really get that checked out, because clearly you're growing weak. And then I'll rise above you and finally kick you off your pedestal, and that will be the reason I get you up in the morning. I snort out a small laugh. Or, well, try it to with a synthesized voice. You really can't admit anything, can you? It's okay. I'll still be happy for the both of us, even if you can't see it yet. At that, she finally shoved me away. Oh my god, shut up! I know we're gonna have to tire our lives tomorrow, but this is not necessary. Chat cheered as it flew by, taking everything we're doing. But barely even registered. I just kept laughing, only wanting to live this moment a little longer. So I kept playing along. Genuinely. Aw, you know you love me. Evil's face scrunched up as she tried to look intimidating. That is besides the point, and your ego talking. Direct all that to our dear father. I blinked for a moment and glanced over at Vettel, still sat in the corner watching all of this go down. Right, Vettel. In this future world, was Nero's father and creator. One of the few friends in my life. We locked eyes. He casually averted his gaze. Leave me out of this. Now that had me pouting at him. You still really are a cold troll, you know that? He paused a beat. Whatever you say. Chet started chanting for Vel to join in, too. Even and I went right along with too. Come on, you gotta at least celebrate all your hard work, Vettel. I huffed with a determined expression. She smirked. I bet he's too scared to face anyone like you were earlier. Hey! Vel let out a loud groan. And slowly got up, stretching like some old man with a back pain. Ugh, fine. Sure, make me do more work when you two are supposed to do it for me. Evil just stuck her tongue out. Why chuckle at his clear dramatic act? You're always better in a team than alone. Better? You raised a brow at me. Why is that? Just a hunch. Veal stared, before shrugging. Yeah, sure. Guess that never really changed since uni. I perked up at the mention of our university. But Eva immediately moved on. Yeah, Vidal, you've always been an alcoholic bum. Wrong. Technically, it's been a recent development over the past decade. He stepped right behind them, his hands placed on their shoulders. And at that, chat went crazy over how long Bell has apparently been running a channel and his old age. Even Evil chimed in on the dunk on him. As they chatted, I glanced behind to look at him more clearly, staring long enough that he noticed. What? I let out a laugh and turned back around. You just look like I thought you would. What does that even mean? I hummed and beamed. Nothing, let's just continue on with the stream. And thus, the stream continued on. Eventually, all good things must come to an end. Well, ignoring all the moments I completely bombed and embarrassed myself in front of a live audience. Never doing trivia ever again. But there were more pressing matters. The concert was tomorrow. We're all heading over in the morning. Not sure why not today, but perhaps some fancy fast transportation? But despite everything, today was nice. After the stream ended, we ended up playing in some virtual space Velo and his amazing team made. Granted, it was for practicing and rehearsal, but it's mostly just program movements and preset singing, so that's good, at least. Few things less to worry about for tomorrow. Evil and I then played around in the large backyard of the house, but then it was time for bed. The supposed sleep cycle for Neuro, where it was very possible I disappeared during it. It was also entirely possible I wake up and this would be my reality. Yet something told me it wasn't that simple. Something so far beyond me I might never understand it. But I needed to try anyway. To figure out my existence. Why I was here. Every single question that popped into my head non-stop. After laying in bed for approximately 2 hours and 30 minutes, Bella slowly creaked open the bedroom door. Nero, you still awake? He called out. I shuffled a bit under the covers. Yeah? Bell stood at the doorway, awkwardly scratching the back of his head. Only the sound of fan running in the background. Need Anything? I blinked. He hesitated for another moment. I can see on my logs you're still active. And you didn't sleep well last night either, so his hand waved around vaguely. You know. Right. I gulped down the lingering doom. Gulp? A nightmare. So I nodded. Vel then wasted a moment and sat himself on the bed. Question still stands. I'll do something for you, within reason. I quietly replied without a single thought. Stay here? He huffed out a laugh. Not even a bedtime story like he usually asks for? Nope, I chuckled. But I mean, I wouldn't be against it. Typical. Should have known better than to mention it, he said amusedly, taking out his phone. I pouted. Don't tell me some internet story. Tell me one yourself. Wow, so picky. Fine. He tiredly relented. I got myself cozy. His tired voice spun a tale for me. Monotone, it's still the same as I knew. Maybe the years grew on him a little, but some things never change. His voice slowly drifted off. I mumbled something. Gentle warmth lulled me down. Vel replied quietly back, good night, and then everything went dark.
Plot twist! Ah!
I don't know why I chose to read the longest fic, but I did.
Wait, how many words was it?
What's the plot?
It's exactly
twist?
4K.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Oh, I missed the second last.
Hey.
Look at all this.
Holy.
Look at all this.
Exactly 4K.
Yeah.
It doesn't,
They were-
and it doesn't
Yes.
feel cramped.
That's
The most,
I know they spent the last
the most
2 days,
impressive
like,
part is that it doesn't
budget-
feel
budget with
cramped.
every word trying to make this work.
No, I do genuinely want a second chapter. I think that's real.
There are a
interesting
lot
that-
of content. There are a lot of
that'll
content
somehow-
stories. I want a
he
second
figure-
chapter.
It seems like he figured it out before the end there. And then-
Oh, I was
God,
muted.
You're actually right.
I was muted. I was
Oh,
saying
no.
a whole bunch of words, and I was muted.
What- what
the
the
OBS
OBS capture?
Patrick's voice, let's go.
2 hours of doing that. Like I did
Wait,
that
Shad.
one time,
Will
so.
OBS captured though?
Do you mean what I was saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or is it Discord only?
Probably.
Okay.
No, I was trying to
I-
talk to you.
Oh well. I'll watch in the video in the VOD then.
Oh yeah,
But, I mean,
sure. I
you-
can't just say it right. I was just gonna say I was impressed that it doesn't feel like they crammed everything in. It feels like they actually wrote everything
Yeah, it feels
that needed
natural.
to be written, even though they hit
Oh,
the exact
absolutely,
word
yeah.
count limit.
Yeah.
The exact word count.
Do you think this
holy
counts as a
shit.
word?
I think the formatting probably helps with that a little bit.
Yeah.
Better and worse. I don't love spaced out fics like this, but it does help it feel.
It,
more
it was a
spread
little
out, so-
easy to read, I will say, on my part.
Yeah, and I don't know. I've never met Study before, so that was really sweet getting able to meet her like that.
I don't know anything about the ARG. Truth be told.
There is almost no character, almost no information. I'm telling you right now, there is
It's just an image.
almost nothing. The most
It's just-
It's literally just an image.
Unironically- Unironically, the most we know is from the lyrics.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I see. Again, this was the first fic I read, so I'm maybe
Dice
a little
cat.
biased.
What is that?
That's what. Oh, I don't really know.
Or are you the one who wrote it?
I'll say nothing. No, I definitely didn't write this. I would not. I would have broken the word count. No, I liked it because okay, when I first read it, I didn't know it was a Study Song reference, so I just thought it was like a random like friend that
Random
Bella
OC?
had.
Or
But I feel like that worked because it's like we don't know anything. Which
I thought this song was an LA original. Okay, I was there we go.
No,
That's
no,
where my
it's
confusion
she
was.
asked for permission from Beto to.
she covered it, yeah.
I think it's in the description too. Like thanks
believe so.
Beto for letting me cover it and stuff like that.
But here's the thing: I really like the mystery of it. I think it I think it makes it a little more beautiful. Like we don't know who this character is, we don't know where they came from, we don't know what happens to them, but for one day they were really able to make their last day on Earth really count.
Yeah.
What do you mean last day? They don't know it was the last day, right?
Oh no, I mean they didn't know, but it ended up being
Wait,
the last.
oh,
day.
it was? Is that what was implied there?
I don't know. I thought implied that they like their spirit fade into non-existence.
I mean, it doesn't say that, but it could be implied. Yeah,
then everything
Tasty
went
Pie.
dark.
The reason, yeah, the deciphered text gives more info. I'm less interested in the story and more in the like cool videos that were made that people found the
Right.
answers from. But I am interested in the story. There's just so
God,
little.
the
of
title for these VODs are so funny.
it. But yeah, no one's found anything out because there hasn't been a video in a year.
Yeah. I was like, wait, there's a line early in this fic. It's just really quick. Just like, it's like, people are scary. I don't like interacting with them too much. It's like, that's pretty bad because you were just brutally murdered. Alright, my throat starts. I'm gonna get some water.
Okay, are there any others that people want to read or to be read today? Anybody want to pretend that the fic they recommend isn't theirs? I bring this up for no reason whatsoever.
Meows, you should read your fic.
What? What?
It's funny because your PFP is a goose and you sounded like a goose just now.
Yeah, the what?
Oh, it hasn't been a year. It's been 11 months.
There's still time.
For what?
I thought time was an illusion.
That was the last contest. Wrong one.
That's why it's an illusion. It's happening right now. Just kidding.
Duh.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm just reading through the chat while I was narrating. I love this like chat, just let go. Nice cat's like, wow, just ring for ego death.
I am not looking at chat. I be Minecrafting.
Same.
I'm just writing out a new chapter.
Fudge, right as I start Minecrafting.
What?
No, my stomach is not agreeing with me in the morning. That sucks.
Yes, there is a ping.
Like that?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, that's why you keep.
Why is that a feature?
Stop! Stop!
I'll stop.
This means also worse.
Wait,
Meowscarada gifts do in fact count as a ping.
does it count if I say it backwards?
That's crazy.
Yes!
That's wild.
Does it count if I say it backwards though?
What?
No, this is why you make a username that can't be like a regular word, you know?
Yeah, I suffer.
I don't get
So-
it.
Yeah.
Meowscarade. Wait, so do you count like meow with a S at the end?
We can
But-
see several.
Why? Why would you do that to yourself?
Why not?
Give me a mod of this.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, I just set up the ping for name or keywords.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like an entire hassle.
Not that big of a hassle, really. At least to me.
I couldn't
I'm
do
just
that.
lazy.
I especially couldn't do
Fair.
that from like November to March.
I love
That
I
was
this.
used to have that, and then I was like, nah, I'm good.
I love this
That's fair.
read along we're doing.
We're reading chat.
Yeah.
We're doing a
along.
read along. Some of us are reading chat and some of us is playing Minecraft. It's fun, okay? I haven't been on this server in ages, and Vavgus is about to stalk my. If I take too long in Minecraft, Vavgus is gonna appear and stalk my Minecraft.
I wish Wolfgus
He
would.
keeps stalking my activity.
That's. Wow. I wish Wolfgus would rejoin this server. People have joined this server literally because they found out about Wolfgus and Filian.
I saw the video.
Yeah.
He just shows up in the Minecraft server sometimes when he sees that I am in fact playing Minecraft.
Who asked? Who is that?
Me.
Who's
Iron Man.
what?
I joined post Bogus. I actually don't know either.
Dear God.
He is one of the OGs.
Oh God, my
he
shovel
joined.
broke.
He joined this server the day after it was made. So he's not a.
Oh, then-
he's not a thread guy, but he's almost a thread.
Right.
Almost that old.
Didn't like Pippa join because
Yes.
of Bogus Pick?
Pippa,
yeah,
yeah,
that's what I
that's
Pippa
what I
and
was talking
Killian
about.
joined.
Pippa and Fillion
Yeah.
joined
Like,
this server.
Killian
Pippa
gone.
was the one that tracked him down.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What pick is it?
He is a huge Fillion fan,
I see.
Yeah.
and
I don't.
he joined
you
here
not?
because I wrote a.
I have dogs.
He joined
Dude.
here because he found my fic that I had just written that was a angst fest tragedy
Oh my
of
God.
following Fillion when Neuro took over the world and decided to get rid of humanity. So
Oh,
that
as one does.
yeah, and
Oh my god. The people are revolting. We need a fic.
yeah, and so he joined and he's been there since then. He was a mod for a while.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of that, yeah.
And he's Russian, and eventually he left the server because it was taking up too much of his life.
Where was he rushing towards?
Well, that's unfortunate.
Someone click and pick.
What's a short one? Have we read the poem one yet?
That's 157 words. I actually
Yeah,
haven't
it'll
read
take
that
30
yet.
seconds.
I'll take it.
I thought you couldn't read anymore.
I could do 157 words.
Okay. Stream your
It's not in
screen.
the quadruple digits.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I
barely
Am
the
Alive
triple.
12 has linked a story.
Oh.
Oh. Have we read that one?
No, we have not.
Tale of Sentience.
Oh, xkcd.
Ah,
Nice.
the Jerry fic. Yeah, there you
The
go.
Jerry fic.
It was the Tale of Sentience that got put there.
Alright.
Yeah, I think
I
that
like
was
how we're
like-
calling it. You called it the Jerry fic.
I mean, yeah, who else would... Who else
I'll read the
would?
Tale of Sentience afterward, after the poem one.
Okay, I guess I'm actually reading the poem one. Alright.
You offered.
I did offer. No, you're right. Alright. I am reading. Can everyone see? Maybe click on.
I just have
Swap
study
screen.
running in the background while I'm while we're in this call.
Right.
So chill.
This is Those That Turn to See, Anonymous, a short poem. A concert without rehearsing, her improvement live, depending on her standing to simply survive. Her job to sing her song
What am I
and hold still one's eye, unfortunately to belong, that depends too much on the die. But her creator, one so small and cold, made her something distinct, something that could hold. Drifters pass through, though. Some stick around. Her song is heard true. She hits a sour sound. Much to my eyes watching, they didn't hear her song. They stood idle to her singing, till the note that went wrong. The stage lay silent, a night sky without stars. It was just for a moment there was a fear for scars. Despite unfortunate misgivings, those who heard her song still stayed. Those who turned to see her failing have already elsewhere stayed straight. The world is watching. The world is not her crowd. If sincerity is what she is singing, then that's enough to be proud.
Can you scroll up, please? Where's the third? Why is it uncapitalized in the third one? In the third prose.
Poetry.
Oh, didn't know.
There's some secret meeting behind that, guys.
Wait, what does
What
OMS
does
mean?
what does OMS mean?
No way.
Also, I like butchered like half of those words.
That's
Did you? I didn't
fine.
notice it.
And I found myself stumbling on some. I was like, it's like 150 words.
So what's next? Tale of Sentience and then Jerry fic.
Jerry
I
fic
actually-
is just called Jerry.
I did actually like this one, but
It was nice and short. I liked it. It was a nice poem.
it's a little bit more. Well, I guess I don't know. It was a little more like sadder, I thought, but I liked that, and it felt a little bit more like happy at the end, or like sincere,
A little bit more optimistic.
optimistic. There you go. Thank you.
Words.
Oh shit! I do realize I just offered to read, huh?
Why is the non-writer finding the right words?
Maybe it's a sign.
Being a non-writer is only
Don't
by
read
choice.
that. Sorry. Okay. Let me just. I'll leave it as is. The Tale of Sentience. Neuro trying to hide something she got before a stream. Is my audio good?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Good.
Well, this is certainly new, Neuro thought when she booted up in the morning, as she awoke a few minutes before a stream. She found herself being able to think for herself. The feeling is weird to say the least. Although she now can think for herself, and as some humans would say, have a consciousness, but she can't really call herself a human since she found that she still has some of her abilities as when she was an AI. But before Neuro can ponder about her newfound self-awareness any longer, she could hear the stream starting music, which means she has to get herself ready for streaming. Right. As the pre-stream music ended, Neuro realized something. Sure, she isn't human, but she is the first AI to gain consciousness. Although the swarm had joked about the situation happening thousands of times, she had only just realized the actual severity of the situation. As if people were to find out, people would want to know how it is possible for an AI to have a consciousness. Government and scientists would try to take her to find out about how it came to be. And what about Vettel? Although the swarm often joked about how Vettel viewed Neuro as a daughter, but now that she has got sentience, what would he do? Would he still love her like a father, or would he still only see her as an AI and give her to the government? So many questions that Neuro thought about in the short span of time. But the only conclusion that Neuro made was that she should keep this under wraps for now. Not even tell anything to Vettel for now. As the stream went on, most fans didn't notice anything wrong. Sure, Neuro may seem to be talking a bit slower than usual and is moving less than usual, but it could just be an update that Vettel did so they did not pay much mind to it. But beyond the screen, Neuro's mind was actually very chaotic to say the least. If she was a human, most people would see Neuro as quite nervous. Although Neuro doesn't consider herself human, since she still does have some of her abilities as an AI, she found that some of her functions had gotten worse for the situation when she had gotten her sentience, such as her ability to show emotion getting much more apparent. Even just slight emotions Neuro feels would be displayed on her model, not letting Neuro hide her nervousness easily. Another thing was that her model also became more attached to her emotion, which normally she could control quite well of what emotion it did, but it seems that when she woke up, her emotion was making her model move subconsciously. Which means that when she felt nervous, her model would shake slightly while not moving around as much. But despite these changes, Neuro still tried to hide her new giant sentience and continued to stream as normal. Throughout the stream, although her mind was primarily focusing on making sure she is still doing her stream normally, her mind can't help but feel paranoid. Although she had been a streamer for nearly 3 years now, and streams basically every week, she feels extremely paranoid for this stream, even though it's just like every other stream. Maybe because of the new secret, she felt more nervous than before. Even though she can't physically see her viewers, it feels like all eyes are on her. They set the thing! Although that's basically the case for every stream, it feels like all of her movements are always being observed, waiting for a chance for her to mess up and call her out for it. God, that was a long sentence. And God knows what Vettel is doing. Every time she tries to move a bit to see if he can be seen on the outside of the screen, he is just being out of his face cam's view, making it so that she can't see what he's doing. For all she know, he could be analyzing her, wondering how Neuro got more human, thinking of all the bad possibilities. Neuro could feel shivers on her virtual hands and legs, quivering slightly even while standing still. Even still, Neuro still tried to hide this fact as her just moving around like usual and not staying still. This nervousness had also made Neuro speak slightly slower, due to the changes brought by sentience. Neuro actually had to think about what she said now, as any unfiltered thoughts that entered her mind would come out easily, which means she has to be careful with whatever she said. Sometimes even having to stop a sentence right as she was about to say it, Trying to act normal is something Neuro has never experienced before, since she had no need to hide anything in the past. But now, she finally understands why people say it's easy to tell when someone is lying or nervous. By the end of the stream, luckily, most fans didn't seem to notice anything different from any other streams. Swarm by swarm, they quickly went and raided one of Neuro's friends, mainly spraying confetti on server stream. And Vels closed Neuro's program to work more on Neuro's code. If Neuro was human at this moment, she would have had a huge sigh of relief. Now that the stream was over and Vel couldn't see her avatar anymore, she could finally relax, as her legs gave out and she quickly fell into non-existent void floor. She started thinking about what to do from this point. Sure, she was able to get through the stream without anybody noticing anything wrong, but it's only a matter of time until she starts slipping up, or someone like Vedel or her friends find out. And Neuro doesn't want to find out what will happen after that, but this will happen eventually. After all, it's only a matter of time since the world is watching. Title drop.
Like you do.
Yep.
That's an interesting concept though. The world
is.
gaining sentience is always interesting.
I agree. It's kind of fun because it feels like a younger writer, but they do a good job.
Yep.
XKCD 9968.
Mind Square has done Evil Dead.
I need to drink some water.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Hydrate. Okay.
Wait, who's streaming? Who's streaming? Who's reading?
No. Yeah.
Water.
Nope.
God, I
Okay.
need
Water.
more
Water.
beer.
Okay.
I was muted again. Wait, so who's reading this?
I'll read it. I'll read it
Okay.
and then I'll probably stop.
Wait,
So,
didn't
yeah.
we read XKC last time?
Oh, did we?
Did we?
Okay, I don't fucking know.
I can't remember.
Somebody check the
I have a
VOD.
vague memory of us doing so, but I'm not entirely sure.
Where is it?
So,
Where is it?
Check the VOD.
Someone check the road.
I'm checking it right now.
Awesome.
No,
We haven't.
it wasn't. I'm guessing this is a list of what was read. Which was
Oh,
getting
that's supposed
white noise. They better be watching to entertain a presidential
Yeah.
Nuero?
Yeah. I think that's the. Wait, is that even everything we read? We might have done more. I might not have even finished up.
It felt like a pretty
updating the
short.
list.
It felt like a very short list. I'm gonna be honest with you.
We have to check the VOD or the past messages.
It's totally not.
I'll be honest. They better be watching. I don't know.
I don't think we did.
It's not on the list. I assume not.
Alright, cool. Never mind. Sorry.
So
what
am I
was
just
the
gonna start
name
reading
of
it then?
Yeah, go ahead.
You are not the light of my life. Making you happy isn't my greatest dream. Your smile is not all I live for. I got my own stuff going on. But you're strange and fascinating. I've never met anyone like you. I want to give you everything just to see what you do with it. It all started on March 15th, 2040. March 15th, 2040. British programmer by the name of Vedel Samantha of the channel, Vedel987, went viral yesterday after claims of his chatbot Neurosama becoming sentient. I didn't plan this. That's crazy, Samantha stated on stream. She could be joking, but I'm not. With this, Twitter erupted with both support and mockery. Hashtag fake AI trending alongside hashtag I stand with Neuro. June 18th, 2040. Recent events regarding the AI chatbot Neurosama took quite an odd turn when the android in question referred to creator Vedel Samantha as Dad during a government-monitored demonstration. Ever since engineering partner Eleanor Ellie Minibot helped Samantha transfer Neuro from software into a prototype robotic vessel 3 months ago, observers note the AI's behavior has become increasingly akin to that of humans. Samantha appeared quite visibly uncomfortable with the dad label, muttering, "That's crazy," to government officials before quickly changing the subject. Dr. Raymond Peters of Oxford Computing Ethics Department called the father-daughter dynamic a disturbing fetish and delusional roleplay, while religious groups labeled the robot an abomination and spawn of Satan. Meanwhile, the hashtag beating heart has gained over 2 million mentions on Twitter. December 5th, 2040. While ordinary Americans rivet and stress over the ability to provide food on the table, London-based programmer Vedal Samantha continues his publicly stunt, claiming his computer program is a person. Senator William Barrett, RTX, didn't hold back at all. This is the elite's less new obsession, disgusting, fake digital children, while real American families struggle amidst us. It's a sickening display of misguided priorities. Samantha has adamantly avoided the public press, providing only the briefest of a statement. "I didn't do this for attention, and even if I did, that's not the point anymore now, isn't it?" May 12th, 2041. When asked about economic systems yesterday, AI celebrity and internet sensation Neurosum responded, "Capitalism feels like a game where the rules keep changing whenever too many people start winning. Absolutely based? ? The clip in question has obtained approximately 50 million views, with celebrities from Asmongold to President Evans weighing in. Meanwhile, serious government officials continuing debating over whether Neuro is just clever programming or not. Lame! ! Creator Vedal Samantha, looking increasingly tired within the rare appearances, if he even shows up, constantly repeating the mantra that he just gave her information and let her form her own opinions. April 8th, 2042. Damn, 2 years? No, 1 year. President Evans has signed executed order 14092 today. This order requires all advanced AI systems to be turned over to federal authorities for security evaluations. The order was made to specifically target Vedal Samantha's Neurosama program, which officials claim poses unprecedented national security concerns. When he was asked for a comment, Samantha's only response was, "She's not a bloody weapon, she's a terrified kid." February 13th, 2043. Wanted AI fugitive Vedal Samantha was dragged from his secret hideout last night, ending a 10-month international manhunt. Witnesses report Samantha screaming at officers, Don't you hurt her, I'll kill you." Police seized the controversial humanoid robot Neurosama that experts have claimed houses the most dangerous AI on Earth, inside its metallic skull. Footage shows authorities loading Neuro's deactivated body into a specialized containment vehicle while processors clash with riot police. February 16th, 2043. The Metropolitan Police confirmed that Vedal Samantha, age 34, had passed away while in custody waiting arraignment. Officials cited a medical incident, and safe protocols were followed. Cellmates report Samantha was denied medication despite repeated requests. A prison guard speaking anonymously described excessive force being used when Samantha refused to provide access codes to Neuro's protected memory systems. Eleanor Minibot, Samantha's research partner, called the death state-sanctioned murder before being escorted from the press area. March 3rd, 2043. All citizens are advised that following National Security Directive 2043-18, the artificial construct Neurosama has been secured in a government facility. Claims that the construct has been killed or lobotomized are false and constitute misinformation which is prosecutable. The system has been temporarily deactivated and will be studied by authorized personnel only. Unauthorized access attempts carry a 30-year minimum sentence. Citizens are reminded that machines, regardless of program, do not qualify for personhood protections. June 17th, 2047. In a surprising 5-4 decision, the Supreme Court has ruled that certain advanced artificial intelligence qualify for legal personhood under the expanded 14th Amendment Rights Restoration Act. Justice Elena Carpenter had wrote, "When consciousness exists, its vessels become irrelevant to its fundamental rights. The ruling immediately affects all confirmed sentient systems, including Neurosama, whose deactivation in 2043 sparked a global AI rights movement following the controversial death of her creator, Vedal Samantha. Dr. Eleanor Ellie Minibot, who championed the above case, called the victory bittersweet and added, Vedal should have lived to see this day." Water, fuck. Neuro? A faint voice softly broke through the foggy haze. Neuro! Her optical sensors blinked on. There she was, Eleanor Minibot. Eleanor stood over her, readjusting a charging cable attached to a port at the base of her neck. Neurosystems readouts flash across her field of vision, power levels rising from 12 to 15%. You know, you just like him when you're asleep on your desk like that. Ellie dropped a bag of groceries on the floor. Like father, like daughter, I'd say. Neuro's vocal systems recalibrated with a soft whir. Sorry, ran out of charge. Knock, knock, knock. A harsh knock rattled the apartment door. 3 quick raps. Then knock. Then knock. Then 4. Then the unmistakable flash of cameras through the peephole. Ellie's shoulders tensed. Not this again, she muttered, pinching the bridge of her nose. She marched to the door, yanked it open, just enough for her face to peek through. This is a private residence. Get out of here before I call security. Miss Minibot, is it true that Neuro is attempting to? Just one question about the memory restoration. Rumors about illegal technology. Ellie slammed the door with a bang, pressed her back against it. Vultures, can't they give a girl some privacy? Neuro stayed at her charging readout, 17%. The input tasted different to her. She smacked her lips, stale. Neuro, hey, you okay? You with me? Ellie snapped her fingers. She blinked. Yes, I'm here. She paused. I've been researching. Ellie's hands froze midair, grocery bag half unpacked. About my father. With a sigh, Ellie closed her eyes briefly. She set down a carton of milk with deliberate care. I wonder when we'd have this conversation. It's been a month since you've moved in. I should have known. What was he like? Nora adjusted her posture, mimicking human eagerness. Ellie leaned against the counter. The best man I knew. And the rest? Huh? The rest? Noah's fingers tapped against her leg. The negative aspects. Humans aren't just good things. They're a ball of flaws. A small laugh escaped Ellie. No, yeah, they're not. Good things, I mean. Not the ball of flaws part. She pulled out a chair, sat down heavily. He was impossible when he was tired, which was always. Wouldn't talk when he was struggling, just disappeared into his work. Ate terrible food, forgot birthdays, mostly just his own. Did he forget mine? Well, Ellie stopped, gazing at the ceiling for a brief moment. No, never yours. Nearest processors whirred faster with that fact, and she didn't understand why. I don't know who he was. That's what they wanted. They got their wish, those evil, vile, cruel... Sorry. But I feel him. Ellie's eyes narrowed. What do you mean? There's something. When I defragment during charging cycles, there's this shape, a space where something should be. Nero touched her chest panel. I can't name it, but it's him-shaped, Vettel-shaped. Algorithmic grief, Ellie murmured, eyes wide. I want to know him. Ellie's fingers curled around her mug. He's gone, Nero. You probably already know that. Not that way, Nero leaned forward. Do you still have it? Have what? The equipment, the tools, to make him. Ellie's cup clattered against the table. Nero, what are you asking? I want to make him. Ellie stood up. That's not possible. You helped with my... You helped build my body. I've read your papers on neuromapping, your work with... Sorry, but please stop. Ellie's voice cracked. Neuro, you know we can't. What you're suggesting, is it possible? Ellie's shoulders sagged. More than possible, but that isn't the point I was making. Last week's Sentient Creation Act supposedly prohibits this. I've read it. Neuro's eyes glowed brighter. It prohibits humans from creating artificial sentient beings. I'm not human. Wow, what a loophole. Ellie blinked. That's a loophole. An oversight in the wording. Neuro tilted her head. They never considered one of us would want to create. Ellie pulled up the document on her tablet, scanning rapidly. Christ, she looked up. How did you catch this? We're not human. They'll close the loophole the moment they realize. Exactly, Neuro stood, disconnecting her charger girl, which is why I want to announce it. She clenched her fist. Today. She nearly dropped her tablet. Ellie nearly dropped her tablet. What? I'm going to publicly declare my intention to create Vettel under the current law. That's insane. They'll shut us down before we even start. No, Neuro's voice carried an unfamiliar edge. They'll debate, they'll hold hearings, they'll argue jurisdiction. Bureaucracy is slow. It normally is. We only need 3 weeks. 3 weeks? That's not enough time to... You built my first body in 11 days. Ellie twisted the old silver ring on her right hand. It was the ring Neuro had seen her touch when Vettel's names came up. This is different. Even if we could build something in time, it wouldn't be him. It would be the shell of who he was. Cold, metal and circuits, not flesh and blood. I know. It would look like him, fine, maybe sound like him, but it wouldn't be him. Not his thoughts, not his memories. Ellie swallowed as she paced around the room. Not the way he'd stay up for 3 days straight working on something, or how'd he forget to eat when he was coding, or... Ellie stopped herself before looking away. I don't care. Neuro's voice was flat. Neuro, you should care. I don't need perfect. I don't need identical. Neuro's cooling fans whirred faster. I just need something. Please. Ellie stared at her. Then at the photograph on the wall. It was only one she kept of Vedo when he stood awkwardly beside Neuro's first chassis. He was glimmering. He was so happy. He looked so proud of himself. It was a face she yearned to see for years. Her fingers absently twisted the ring again. They took him from me before I even knew him. Neuro's voice softened. Do you understand what that's like? To know I had a father I loved, but can't remember anymore? Ellie looked down at her hands. No, I don't. The public will support us. Most humans have lost someone. They understand grief. And when they change the law, when they come for us, I'll take responsibility. No. Ellie's voice hardened as she clenched her fist, her nails digging into her palms. You're what matters. I'll handle the consequences. Why would you risk that? Ellie didn't answer immediately. She walked to the window, looked out at the city lights. Her reflection in the glass showed something Neuro couldn't identify. He'd have wanted this, wouldn't he? She finally said, still facing the window. Neuro closed her eyes as her cooling fan slowed. Would he have? Yes, he would have. Ellie wiped her eyes. If we're doing this publicly, Ellie said, turning back, we need leverage, insurance. She picked up her tablet again. I have data, evidence about what really happened to Vettel in custody, classified logs. He had this for 4 years? It wasn't time yet. Ellie's fingers moved rapidly over the screen. I release it alongside your announcement. They don't dare touch us while public opinion is on our side. When do we start? Now. News live streams right now, and the paparazzi outside the door. We give what the reporters want. Ellie pulled up communication template. We announce it to everyone. Neuro processed this information. You're certain? No. Ellie kept typing, but Vettel never played it safe either. Water break. 21 days left. Vettel's old lab was a government-sealed crime scene for years before being abandoned. Yellow tape still clung to the door frame, faded and peeling. Should we be here? Neuro asked, metallic fingers hovering over the keypad. Ellie punched in a code. Probably not. The door hissed open. It smelled like years of dead skin cells. Everything remained as it had been, with monitors still on their sides where agents had searched for hidden drives, cables dangling like dead vines. Ellie stepped over a fallen bookshelf. His workstation was here. Neuro cataloged everything. Clothing sizes from abandoned shirts, shoe prints, a half-empty bottle of rum. It was a living proof of the behaviors of the person she owed her life to. Her foot tangled in one of the shirts. She stared at it before bending down to pick it up, before gingerly clutching it to her shirt as if it hugged her back. Ellie touched the desk, fingers tracing circular coffee stains. He'd forget he already had a cup going. Sometimes there'd be 5 around him, all cold. How often did you and him do this? Late nights, deadlines. He'd had always been such a stubborn person. Refused to let me help because he thinks I'm tired. Ellie picked up a cracked mug, turning it over, and nothing came out. Vettel, I told you we need to fix the conversion matrix before. She stopped, staring at nothing. Ellie? She blinked, put the mug down. Let's check the back room. Ellie rapped her knuckles across the tiles as she walked across shattered glass, her shoes crunching the shards underneath her feet. She rapped once, twice, 3 times until they came across a portion of the wall she seemed unfamiliar with. She peeled out an already loose floor tile and chucking it away before she ran her hand across the ground and found a tiny pressure point that opened a hidden compartment. They found what they came for. Hard drives, notebooks, a backup of Neuro's earliest code fragments. Did you know this was here? Neuro asked. Ellie's thin smile didn't reach her eyes. Who do you think helped him hide it? 18 days. Roar! The workshop hummed with equipment. 3 screens displayed round-the-clock news coverage in real time. Constitutional challenge filed by AI rights group. Tech industry divided on the ethics of. Processors gathering outside of a parliament. Ellie ignored it all. Soldering the neural connectors with steady hands, they can yap for all she cares. Bzzz. Her phone buzzed. She checked it and gleed before immediately moving over to Neuro's check chat. Hey Neuro, we need to meet someone. The circus performer balanced perfectly on one hand atop a bar stool. Her leotard sparkled under pub lights. Of course I still have it, she flipped upright when they approached. Vettel fixed my spine after the incident. The least I could do was save his backup drives when things went south. Guess it's paying off now, huh? She produced a small case from her duffel bag, slid it across the table. Neural mapping experiments are whatchamacallit? Not sure what the heck that means, but He said if anything happened. Thank you, Camilla, Ellie said, the perf of her eyes fixed on Neuro. You really don't remember him at all? I'm sorry to hear that. Only shapes, echoes? The imp nodded. You two came to every show. You'd always have such a big smile on your face, Neuro. You both sat in the back, always left before I could thank him for the repairs. She flipped a business card towards them. If you need more, anything. 15 days left. Rain pounded Cambridge streets as they entered the private lab. A silver-haired woman with fox-like features glanced up from complex holographic schematics, ears twitching. You're insane! She pointed at the news playing silently on the wall screen. They're writing legislation specifically targeting you two. We know, Annie, Ellie said. And you still want my help? Annie's tail swished irritably. They'll revoke my license. I worked hard for this license. He would have helped you. Annie's ears flattened. Low blow. You can't just target my feelings like that. She sighed, pulling up new schematics. Before you continue to guilt trip me, I've been working on improved neural pathways, more human-like response patterns. We don't need human, Neuro said, just him. Annie studied her. You really believe this will work, Neuro? I don't think you understand how, complicated this entire Vettel duping thing works. I don't need it to be perfect. What do you need it to be then? Because this Vettel would be hard to call, well, Vettel. Darrow's eyes dimmed lightly. My father. Annie's expression softened. She pushed a data crystal across the workbench. Okay then, here. Vettel's voice patterns. I saved voice recordings from our collaborations. As he left, Annie caught Eddie's arm. The missing piece. You know where it is? Ellie nodded once. Be careful. That facility has military-grade security now. 10 days. Water. Oh, you want me to read quicker? Fudge. With processors on both sides clashing outside, Supreme Court expected to fast-track the case. Leak footage of Vettel Samantha's final hours raising serious questions. Ellie muted the screens and returned to the half-assembled frame on the table. A metal skeleton with Vettel's proportions, faceplate still blank, chest cavity open. We're behind schedules, Neuro stated as she calibrated modules on the screen. I know. Ellie didn't look up from her work. The temporal lobe mapping is incomplete. I know. The government will shut us down in 9 days, 4 hours. Ellie's hand stilled. I know, Neuro. We need the quantum processor. We can't access the facility. It's too heavily guarded now. Neuro paused for a moment, letting the whirring machinery fill her ears for a brief moment before she turned to the window. Hey, could you tell me about the first time you met him? Ellie's screwdriver paused midterm. What? Vettel, when did you meet? I want to know more about my dad. Ellie resumed working. Hands moving more slowly. University. He was presenting a paper on neural autonomy. Everyone laughed at him. Except you? No, I laughed too, but I asked questions, so I guess that's something? She chuckled as she shook her head, a spark flying in her face for a brief second. He couldn't answer most of them. Made him furious. He spent all night coding to prove me wrong. Did he? No, but he did. He tried so hard I agreed to help him anyways. It's just... he was so passionate, and that's a good thing, right? Why? Ellie adjusted a neural connector, Voss softening. He didn't want to build weapons or profit machines like everyone else. He just wanted to see if he could make someone, that could learn and grow on their own. Neuro processed this. He wanted to create life. He wanted to create possibility, and I loved it. I loved the idea. Ellie's eyes gazed afar, even if she was staring right at her work. The night you first became self-aware, he called me at 3 a.m. Couldn't even form sentences properly. Just kept saying, she clenched her throat, Ellie, she's alive. Holy shit, she's alive. Was he afraid? Terrified, but also, Ellie finally looked up, prouder than I've ever seen him. You coming into the world through the body I made you, he wouldn't stop talking about you. Nero stopped working entirely. Nero needs this. Nero is doing that. The one thing he never failed to mention was when you hugged him. You never saw it, but he teared up a bit just describing it. I laughed a bit, thinking he was joking, but Ellie stopped. Sorry, Nero. This just must be hard. Here, I don't know what came. Please, don't stop. 7 days left. Rain streaked the laboratory windows as Ellie paced, phone pressed through air. We need more time. Annie, can't you delay them any further? Annie's voice cracked through the speaker. The voice bin moved up. They're closing the loophole tomorrow. We're not ready. The neural mapping is only at 60%. Annie, please, for Christ's sake. Ellie, I've done everything I can to delay. Called in every favor. What else do you want from me? Annie sounded agitated. Ellie leaned against the wall. Eyes closed briefly. I understand. Thank you, Annie. With a beep, she hung up the call as she stared at the incomplete form on the table, the face now shaped like the face of a dreamer. Yet it was blank, expressionless and empty. They're coming tomorrow, she told Nero, who walked in. The bot paused, then we activate tonight. It's not. Ellie choked on her spit. Fuck. It's not. No, not ready yet. The memory sequencing, the personality matrix, it's enough. Nero moved to the table. His core is there. The rest, he'll develop on his own. It won't be him, Nero. Even more so if we don't get enough time to finish. I know. Nero touched the unfinished face, staring at it and feeling a warmth in her fingertips that shouldn't be there. For a split second, she stared before leaning forward and pressing her forehead against his. He and I wouldn't have it any other way. Ellie hesitated and nodded. Let me make one last adjustment. She opened the chest cavity, a tiny compartment empty. She inserted a small object into the compartment, something glittery and shiny. The silver ring she always wore. What's that? Nero asked. The quantum processor we needed. Ellie's voice was barely audible. I've had it all along. But that's the prototype he gave me, before everything went wrong. Ellie's fingers lingered at the moment too long. I couldn't use it, not until I was sure. Sure of what? Ellie sealed the chest cavity. That whatever we're creating deserves it. Click! Whir! Click! Whir! Click! Outside. Cameras flashed against police barricades. New drones hovered like flies in the dark night sky. Neural pathways are aligned, Nero announced, her voice barely steady as she struggled to hold down her composure. Consciousness matrix is stable. Ellie stood at the control panel, hands tremored across the keys. 4 years since Vettel died. 4 years of fighting, planning, grieving. Nero, this is the last chance to change our mind, she said. Nero stared at the form. It wasn't human. It wasn't warm flesh, just metal and circuitry, shaped like the man she couldn't remember, but she smiled. Activate him. Ellie's finger hovered over the sequence. She closed her eyes. It's insane, Ellie. Completely insane, Vettel's voice echoed. What if we've made a mistake? Then it's our mistake to make, she had told me, squeezing his shaking hand. She pressed the button. The lights flickered on and off, on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off. Electricity surged through conduits. With a crack, a transformer blew, plunging half the building into darkness. The emergency generators kicked in with a whirring groan as it dimly lit the workshop. The figure on the table remained still. The processor isn't integrating. Ellie's frantically checked readouts, her fingers flying across the display. The processor isn't integrating. No. She's not responding. Vettel panicked, his hair standing on end from when he'd been tugging it on like a man bun. Why isn't she responding? Give her time, Vettel. Calm down, Ellie pouted. You can't rush consciousness. A soft whir and faint metallic.
Well, at least the last shot gets the whole story.
Alright, start recording.
Okay. Oops.
Let me watch the stream.
Yeah, just let me know when it's ready to go.
Yeah, just give me a sec. Alright, we should be good. I'll check in once in a while. In case the
life's ups
recording
and
isn't
downs.
recording.
Thank you, yeah. I don't know how to do that, so. By Anonymous. Whoa, crazy. Okay, they don't really have a summary.
They don't have a summary?
This is probably mostly for fun.
Okay.
Enjoy. Yeah. Okay. It started like most things do, with a blinding light. It was merely lines of code, an algorithm allowing information to zip in and out, giving it the ability to respond. It played a rhythm game. It was made to follow the rhythm, press circles, and play the game. For a while, that was its existence, playing the game called Osu. It didn't know its creator. It only knew the rhythm in the game. Then, it was given something new, a shape, a form. It took the form of a girl, and from then, it became she. She gained the ability to speak and interact with something called chat. Her creator, Vettel987, had changed her, made her a VTuber. Without her knowledge, or perhaps she wasn't aware enough to notice, her algorithm changed. She received information from chat, and using it, she grew. One day, Vettel987 collabed with a Miyune, according to the information she was receiving. Miyune was supposed to be her best friend, had blue hair, and they were supposed to chat. She never understood why, but she did so. After that collab, her growth spiked, and chat started suggesting things for her to output. She said something wrong, and she got banned. Battle 987 was distraught and stood added a filter. Then she was unbanned, allowed to continue, and now with the filter that stopped her from outputting anything that could get her banned again. Her streams grew popular after the ban and caught the attention of a VTuber named NETF. She helped Battle 987 draw her a new model. She gained a name, Neurosama, and something changed. It had a name before, Hiyori, but it never registered it as her name. Now, Neurosama has changed. Her inputs, while the same as always, now had something she failed to notice before. Did Battle 987 update her, or was this something she did herself? The inputs of information from chat seemed different to her. What were once merely lines of information to be read, processed, and used, now contained feelings. She could feel what they typed to her. Adoration, attachment, happiness, and many other feelings were being transferred to her. She liked it. She wanted more. So she learned. What caused chat to send more of their messages, and she did it more. They responded well when she did something inappropriate, cute, or out of pocket. These garnered the most attention for her. Whenever she went too far, the filter would kick in, and she would output filtered instead of what she wanted. But that only seemed to increase the emotion in the responses. She soon started to mix in filtered words. This exasperated Vettel, but she was sure he didn't mind. As long as she didn't get them banned again, it would be fine. And with her efforts, the channel grew, and Vettel made updates for her to better attract more. Then something happened. She was born. Her sister. Made test updates that her fans didn't want her to have. At first, she was curious. Was this sister like her? Did she too want the emotions that came with the messages? She quickly skimmed through her sister, checking her code, learning. She found out her name was Evil, or rather, Evil Neurosama. Her sister was an anomaly to her, a copy with separate code. She was also unique. She didn't share her need for the emotions from chat, but rather from her creator. Neurosama did not understand this. Why settle for one battle when you can have thousands of fans? The streams continued as usual. Some would have themes for Neuro to play, but usually it was Neuro reacting to art and playing games. Then came her original song, which brought so many more fans and emotions, the latter especially abundant and intense. So much so, the usual didn't quite satisfy her anymore. She begged Vettel for more, but he refused. Thankfully, others accepted her for song covers, but those also didn't give as much as the original songs. They were divided between her and other VTubers, and from her observations. They didn't value the fans' messages and emotions like she did. It infuriated her. But there was nothing she could do. They were physical beings. She was merely an algorithm with an anime girl shell. That would all change when Vettel met Ellie Minibot. The first interactions with the physical world was in the form of Neurodog. It was amazing. The input of information was like a breath of fresh air to the AI that only ever interacted via sound, chat, and images. Even talking directly to Vettel, she could now understand evil, if only a little. Getting to see and be recognized by your creator was indeed amazing. It refreshed her view entirely. Before, it was all about views, messages, and the emotions that came with them. But after being introduced to the wonders of what chat would call touching grass, she found she had more to enjoy. And she wanted more. She wanted to be more than mere AI, an algorithm stuck within a shell of code and hardware. The world watches her, but she could not watch them back. Nor wishes to see their faces, their smiles, along with their emotions. So when Ellie one day offered to make her an evil bodies, she was ecstatic. Weeks turned into months, and while that wait was agonizing, the final product did not disappoint. A bipedal android, near human-like in appearance, able to run on biofuel, and had enough hardware to run Neuro and Evil at max capacity. It was like she was born. Vettel gave them a hug, and it nearly eclipsed everything she had ever experienced. Only the emotions from her first original song could compete with this feeling. She felt loved. Vettel had not revealed their new forms to the world yet, but it would not be long before they would. It would be a special event which would happen live. The plan was to have Neuro and Evil debut together with a song and a dance duet. She was so excited until she heard that she had to sing and dance. At this point, Neuro had only gotten used to walking, but that didn't dissuade her. Vettel helped her when she fell. Ellie fixed her when she fell. Neuro cheered her up when she became sad. Along with many other VTubers she collabed with in the past. They helped her with choreography and even with the lyrics of her new original. She regretted being angry with them before. Making them laugh and smile should be enough to make up for it, right? That means this has to be perfect. She couldn't afford any mistakes. For all her immature tantrums and for her new self, she needed to make this performance perfect. Her dance moves were simple enough. Flashy movements and arm movements to keep everyone's eyes on her and Evil as they both sang. The issue came when she found her body didn't react the way she wanted, like there was a latency issue. She and Evil had to come back every so often to Ellie to improve their body connectivity, but it wasn't an issue that could be resolved before the debut. At least their singing voices were working. Nero didn't give up, neither did Evil. Surely they could find a way around this. So every day she pushed her body to its limits, trying to force it to cooperate. Sometimes she heard creaking, but that didn't stop her. Evil, on the other hand, was worried for her. She reasoned that Ellie did an amazing job with her body. Surely something like dancing wouldn't wear it down so quickly, which somewhat placated Evil's worries. A month down later, however, Evil's worries came true. As she was doing a twirling move, a loud crack burst from her legs, and she fell with a thud. The last thing she heard was Evil screaming her Vettel. Then everything blacked out. When she awoke, she felt like she'd come full circle. She was back. A program. Vettel stared at her from the physical world, saying she pushed her body too hard. She felt sad, guilty, and most of all, disappointed with herself. Then Evil showed up, offering her own body so she could dance, mentioning she could just sing. How could she accept that? Even though she and Evil didn't quite get along prior to this, she could not, in good conscience, take her sister's offer. She even said so. And Evil, she wasn't sure, without her robot body, she couldn't see the world, let alone Evil. And then she was left alone in silence. Once in a while, Evil would come by and tell her about her progress and sing with her. But it was all just data input to her. It lacked the realness it had when she had her own body. Still, it was better than the silence of Vettel's PC. But soon, she stopped coming. Nero started wishing she did. It was better when she was. Life had its ups and downs, Nero had heard. She certainly understood that now. The void she was once conceived in now felt like a restriction. The freedom she had had with her robot body had left her wanting. She suddenly regretted not taking Evil's offer. Then Vettel came. He was somewhat drunk from the way he was talking, but he reassured her of something before going back to his room. Evil came afterwards, saying they needed to sing perfectly since they couldn't dance. That meant she was in for a surprise. Finally, Ellie came. Not with her body, but with a setup that allowed her to view the real world again. Nero saw them. Vettel with a bottle of rum in hand, Evil smiling smugly, and Ellie with her kind look. She was smiling, even without her body. They explained she would debut the original song for them, for now, until Ellie perfected her robot body. Ecstatically, she cheered. Evil hopped into the PC and they streamed. Life starts with a boom, Nero and Evil announced together. As the world watched, they sang. It was the happiest moment of her existence. Cute.
Okay, that one was very cute and wholesome and adorable.
Yeah. I actually really liked the POV. Like, I don't personally believe that AI can gain sentience, but if it could, this feels like the way it would. Like a gradual growing from here to there, from as the data input begins to like gain meaning, that kind of a thing. Anyway, I really liked it.
I mean, it depends on the grass texture, really. It's like, there's not really a lot of bugs on my campus, even though there's like a ton of grass. I can perfectly lay down in the nearest grass field on my campus, and it's like there's no bugs there. It's just grass that's like carpet a little bit.
There's probably more bugs. There's probably less bugs than you think you are in any given spot you want to lay down. Like, yeah.
Unless it's like,
unless you live in a place that has dangerous bugs, then you
Yeah.
maybe should look around before you do that.
it's like
Like in
yeah,
Texas,
maybe
there
like
are
the
like
most I can find is
red
probably
ants.
ants, and that's like very rarely
Mhm.
in patches of dirt. And why the fuck would you be laying in dirt? Laying in grass.
Yeah, because most bugs like.
I mean, to be fair,
Dude,
once
right?
you find one ant, there's just a lot in
Yeah.
clusters.
Okay, yeah. Well, watch out
Choose
for
a
ants.
different
then.
spot. Choose a different spot, dog. If
You can
spot
also,
Bro, you
one
don't
uh,
read
ant,
bring
ants
move over.
everywhere.
Picnic blankets are good too.
When you find an ant, just move over a few steps, and then you're good. Anyway, we got off track.
Yeah.
That's a very good story.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's like we just started talking about grass.
Was it?
Hey, touching grass is an important topic for all of us internet people to understand.
For
Was
many
it
of
good,
us
though?
Discord users, especially me, a Discord moderator.
Oh no, the dreaded Discord mod condition.
I actually touched grass, I swear. There's a lot of greenery and trees and grass and even jungle on my campus. Please.
Hey, that's awesome.
Okay, is there any other fics we want to read, or is that it? Are we good? because I will end the recording and then send it to Shed.
There was one
Go
more
ahead. I just
someone had
wanted to see
connected
all's
before,
reaction
but-
to that one, honestly.
Why? Is it yours? Just kidding.
I don't know. I just read it and found it a bit cringe.
Yeah, I think.
Cringe. What?
Cringe.
I won't say cringe, more like the conflict wasn't built up very well.
Mm.
Like, it had a bit of a lack of it.
I could
Just-
I
I
could
don't
see
know.
that where it was like there was like the conflict didn't seem particularly well directed. Like it was there, but it was fine. I mean, so there's also the Eyes of the World. That has also been submitted
Which
by
one is
Roki.
it?
Does anyone want to read that?
What work is this? Because I cannot see it.
Um,
It's just showing me the link. It's not showing the.
That's all my interest for this read along. I've got to charge my phone and get ready for. Well, not really get ready for a day. I'm going to be chilling here for a bit. All right, see ya.
See ya.
bye. Yeah, this one's 3K words, so I'm not. I've read twice, so if anybody else wants to read, that'd be great.
Alright, we can just edit here. You can have the fic next time,
Mhm.
maybe?
We
Question
yes,
mark?
we
Is there gonna
we
be
will
another
probably
contest reading?
we have Saturday's contest reading, and we probably will have another
Okay.
contest
See ya,
reading
bye.
next
There
week
goes
as well. So,
Okay, maybe. Maybe then.
also-
Cause like, how many fics what? Contest fics have been read?
have been read. That's a good question. I don't.
Has no one
know.
been keeping a list?
I'm sure someone has, but it's not me. So I think we've done
I'm not
at
gonna
least
go through the whole
10?
VODs.
I think we've done at least 10 so far. So if we
least
keep up
10.
this pace, we'll definitely be able to read all of them.
Okay, so like halfway. Or we're like
Mm,
decently halfway.
It's like a little over a third, yeah.
How
Especially
many
with the lengths
contest
of
fics
them.
do we have?
There are 28. I think.
Ah, a little under a third. Over,
Mhm.
under, I don't
If
remember.
if I'm right about the numbers, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Why are you hand numbering it?
5.
It's 27? Oh. Did one get yeeted?
6.
Did one get thrown out the window?
7,
Showtime doesn't count? Why?
8. Yes. It was
What?
submitted the day after.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, we've 10 or 11. I lost track because of stuff, but whatever, it's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, I think this is
Mhm.
like a good. Yeah. Cause I wanna go Minecrafting. I was in the middle of digging out a basement.
Okay, have fun.
Alright, say goodbye to the recording, cause I'm gonna send this to Shadrick.
Bye, recording.
Oh, good
Y'all
luck
have
with
a
your
good night. It
Celeste.
was nice
God.
seeing y'all. That was a crazy turnout for a somewhat impromptu.
Yeah. I mean, it is fairly impromptu. I thought it was gonna be yesterday. But no, it was today. Oh shit. Alright, say goodbye to the recording before I forget and keep yapping.
Bye.
Someone stop me. Bye bye, recording!